good few years since I've done some day ticket carping. The last maybe 10 years I've always had club tickets. I'm relocating currently, so I don't. So yeah, I've got to join the rat race today. It is a bank holiday. I'm expecting it to get a bit busy, and I'm down at Tri Lakes in Yateley. I fished this once before, had a bit of a tricky session to be honest, but I know there's some good fish to be had in here. There are a few people turning up, so it might get a little bit busy, but we're staying mobile. Just got a backpack and my kind of normal little kit. We'll keep on them. I've got PVA bags already strung up, ready to go, cast at some showing fish. But Tri Lakes, it's that kind of little slice of Yateley history, isn't it? So the lake is sort of the big bowly bit here, and then round to this side, more sort of dot islands. Let's have a look. I've got the sunglasses on. I'm going to try and find some fish before I cast at them. There's a few weed beds that I can see coming up, so some features to go at. So I was just going to fish show to my left while I was stood here kind of watching the water. So I'm trying to get some pellet out in that area. Maybe stop the fish in their tracks just as they go past. So it's just 8mm carp pellet. Good handful of that in the catapult. Out onto that spot. Purely because the solid bags that I'm using are kind of pellet and ground bait, so these fish should be used to pellet. I've got a lot of it. I think day ticket fishing pellets are a great way to go because these fish are generally stocked. So, good pull to stretch the line out. I'm ready to rock. So where we were, to the left a little bit more. Absolutely spot on. Let that line sink, try and get it out of the way of this swan. And the right hand rod, I had a few flicks out towards the island, managed to clip up, drop it on a nice clear spot that I found. So yeah, both rods out, going to keep an eye on the water, any signs of fish, happy to move. It's going to stay overcast for most of the day. It's warm, there's ducks and everything are having a fight. It's warm, but it's not overly sunny. It's been nice and mild the past few days. The water is warming up. It looks really, really good. This rod just almost leapt out of the rod holder. This is the one that I just dropped off the island. It's only been out there maybe 5 minutes or so. Just looking at my phone, replying to a message, and this rod almost shot into the lake. Just trying to get on top of the fish now. Drop this. Got myself a bit of room. It was fighting quite a bit and now it's slowed down a little bit. See if we can get back in a bit of contact. That's a bit of weed there. Lily pad or something. It's getting a little bit heavier now. Looks to be a common. Flop them into the net. There we go. Nice old common in here. That rod had hardly been out very long. Looks to be a good fish. Let's get him sorted. Oh, there we go. It's flicked on there. Leave him in the margin, sort our photo stuff out. Brilliant start to the session. Nice pot belly common. Didn't really fight too hard, but the paddle on him, you'd think he would. He's just gone 21.11 on the scales, 21.11. Now he's going to fight. But the paddle on this fish, I love a common. He's still a little bit angry. Let's see if he'll come up. Oh, 21, 11 pounds. A beautiful Yateley common. Look at his tail. This is great. What a brilliant start. Love it when a plan comes together. Big mouth on him. Oh, he feels more than 21, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, plonked that right hand rod on a clear spot that I found, and it was only out for about 5 minutes. Luckily I've clipped up, I've got a bit of marker elastic on there. Get it back out and see if any of his friends want to play ball. But look at this fish. Beautiful Yateley tri-legs common. This is the hook that I used to catch that fish. Gave it a look. It's still quite sharp, but the actual point is ever so slightly burred over to the left. Gave it a few sort of touch-ups with the point doctor that I've got, but I just wasn't happy with it. So what I've been able to do is grab another one of the exact same kind, so they're Gardner muggers, size 8, I think. There might be 6s. And then with the rig that I'm using, it's exactly the same rig. It just all works on loops, so just an inline sort of safety system that comes out if it gets snagged. Loops onto the ring swivel at the bottom, goes down, just gravel coloured soft braid, bit of putty there to neaten up the knot, and then this is just one big loop section, bit of silicone to keep the hook in place, acts as a kicker, makes this angle really aggressive, but also during the fight it's flexible enough to kind of move while the fish is shaking its head. And then a bit of a D, and I've got a ring swivel with a bait screw on the back of there, so I just screw on those sort of dumbbells that I was using. any kind of dumbbell that you want really. But yeah, sharper hook on there now, everything's exactly the same, just looped on a new hook, and that is nice and sharp. Gave it a little rub on the back with my thumb. Happy with it. So now we can tie up another bag, and then I know I've got 4 already, but it just gives us in case something comes up or a cast goes wrong. Starting to wonder why I'd not had a bite on the right hand rod, sort of similar to how quickly I had the first one. Bit of weed on it, sort of get that feeling, just get it in and recast. So I've clipped up again, loop this weedy mess off, and then like I just showed you, I've got plenty of solid bags tied up and ready to go. So do a bit of eeny meeny miny moe. That one looks good. Loop this one on, just through the loop in the top, open that loop up, pass that through, bit of a wet, nice pull, and then that's a solid PVA bag, dumbbell in there, pineapple goo infused, real solid. That'll fly true. It's quite windy now, so I need something that's going to cast really well. Scratch this net out of the way. Just casting from the same spot every time, that bit of grass, out towards the island and just to the right ever so slightly. Hopefully that wind will just let the wind die off a little bit. So going towards the island, just to the right a little. That wind's died off now. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Clip that off of there, feed out some line, and let this sink. We've had a couple of quiet hours go by with the solid bags back out on the spots. One that I caught from earlier, and the one over to the left with a bit of bait on it. Nothing. I'm not panicking or anything, but just want to go for a little wander round, armed with a catapult and a bait pouch, just see if there's something happening maybe elsewhere. It's about midday, so good to get up and have a wander around. Also, I've not seen a few of the swims for a couple of years, so good to just reacquaint myself with the lake. Reeled the rods in, left them over to the side. We'll have a walk around with some bait. So, went and grabbed all my stuff and thought I'd pop back to the spot that I put some bait in. And as I've wandered in, there's some bubbling coming up. So I'm just going to put all my stuff down far enough away and then set a rod up and grab some bait. Because just by these lily pads, there's some bubbling just coming up just the other side of it. Now there's a little bit of bait down there, but not enough to hold them for too long, so I want to set this rod up and get it in there. by the rig. Definitely seems like this rain is in for the evening now, and I think that's signalling that it's time to go home for me. We were off to an absolute cracker, weren't we? Found that little clear spot with a fish showing. I knew I should be in that area. Put the bag out, really quick bite. Not the most dramatic fight in the world, but a quick bite. Got it in, an immaculate common. Really, really great fish for a bit of Yateley history, really. It's not every day that I'm up here, so really enjoy the kind of histories of the fish and the fishing that's in the area. You've got the Carp Lake just there, the Match Lake, they all feed into each other, the histories there. That fish actually was £22.11. I thought my wasteling was £2. It's not, it's £1. £2 is my pike fishing net, so when I weigh them. Yeah, then we found a stalking opportunity for ourselves. Those bubbles, it's addictive, and it's really exciting to see the fish bubbling and a couple of tails up on the spot, but nothing came of it. That's part and parcel of it. Yeah, and then just been sat in this spot for the last hour or two, flicking the solid bags out, trying to carve out and nick a bite, but nothing really coming. Really enjoyed my day up here. A bit busy with the petting zoo, but it's a bank holiday, what can you do? Good fun.